Peanut butter cups, but it's bologna instead. Horrible. Horrible, oh no. Oh God, imagine taking a bite of, oh God. Gave myself a chocolate ice cream and got my 7-year-old brother one with refried beans. But if your brother's smart, he's gonna be able to tell which is which. I can tell just by looking at it that the one on the right is refried beans. The one on the left, well, that's just a delicious chocolate chip ice cream. You can tell by the way they're scooped and look. So if your brother falls for it, I think that's on your brother. From r/cooking, looking for a baffling snack recipe to confuse guests. Put out a bowl of M&Ms and Skittles mixed. Did that as a kid once and dad still hasn't let me live it down. Came here to say this, call them S&Ms. Throw in some Reese's Pieces. Did this once at the Oz for April Fools. Hope you somehow checked for peanut allergies first. That's how I checked. What? Throwing in, oh God. Oh God. Yeah, well, you know what? Hopefully they had EpiPens on deck. You're a burglar, but you only steal things to slightly inconvenience your victims. What are you stealing? Nothing. I'll leave evidence of a break-in, but I'll take nothing from the house. They'll believe something was stolen and it will drive them insane trying to figure out what it was, because that is the most frightening option. This is r/found Satan, home of the most lighthearted, awful people. Like, you would never want to get on their bad side, but at most, it's just going to be it's not going to be anything dire. The ability to summon a duck near someone with anodophobia. I don't know what the fuck. Is that a fear of ducks? Anytime you sneeze. Calm the fuck down, Satan. I mean, he does seem very evil for even knowing what that anodophobia is. I have never, you know what, I'm gonna Google this right now. What the hell is this? All right, it's pronounced anodophobia, and it is the fear that somewhere out there in the world, at any time, a duck may be watching you. This is paranoia incarnate. Just found this in r/teenagers but better. Probably something dumb like 1 hour of silence occasionally broken by Squidward saying, what the sigma? 1 hour of silence periodically interrupted by smoke detector low battery chirp. This isn't evil. This is devious. And it is. Because they'll be looking for it. What you do is you open up 3 tabs and you have them playing at random intervals. Yeah. They drive them fucking mad. I once thought filling my mom's contact lenses with rubbing alcohol. Whoa, what? Filling my mom's contact lens cases with rubbing alcohol was helping her. Little did I know the beating I would get later. Yeah, dummy. I understand you were trying to help, but holy shit, man. I ain't putting on your contacts. Burning your corneas off. An alphabet only Japanese people can't understand. I see that. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Very nice. Very silly. Very evil. Man arrested for putting fake arrow decals on the floor in IKEA and for creating a labyrinth with no exit. A chaotic agent with no end goal. I like to add the question mark and other, odd characters anytime I submit online forms, because I know that some developers are going to see it and wonder if they have a bug. I know these weren't odd characters, but I'm not going to try and pronounce this. I've been putting this on cars all morning. I'm pregnant. Call me. Oh, you're starting fights. You're starting fights and leaving many people confused. iOS option where only the caller can hang up. You cannot hang up. Aunt Janet has set her preferences so only she can end the call. I'm turning my phone off. Shutting it down. Sorry, Auntie. I got to go. I set up a complaint box at work. People think HR set it up, but it was me. At the end of every week, I take the box home and read about all this petty drama that's been built up. It's a real good way to spend my Friday. When a coworker's leaving the company and the goodbye card gets passed around, I always sign it. I'm sad to see you go. I've always had a huge crush on you, but without signing a name. I leave them wondering, maybe even lamenting. Some random number just texted me thinking I was their manager, saying they're going to be a few minutes late today. So I just gave them the day off. In that moment, I was your manager, and you know what? You've been working so hard. How about you take the rest of the day off? Don't even worry about it, pal. Oh boy. What's your dirty little secret? When I was in kindergarten, someone close to me made wee woo fire truck sounds in class one day. He kept doing it during a test until the teacher warned them that they would face detention if they did it again. I was the one who wee wooed his last wee woo, not him. You are so mean. You saw when there would be consequences for him and you said, I got this. Dude, come on, man. That's so evil. I bought these 6 months ago and my neighbor still thinks it's a dog bopping all over his porch and driveway. Sorry, he sees those little paw marks and thinks a dog is leaving grown man-sized shits. He's a fool. He's a dang fool. If two people are in a discussion, I sometimes downvote both so the discussion gets more heated. That's funny. You just, and then you bookmark that thread so you can come back to it because now you have a show to watch. Making a Kickstarter to redo this drone show in the sky over uncontacted Amazonian tribes. Dude, that's like their rapture. They would have no idea what's going on. I'm ADHD wants that fake hair off that picture. You said you're drunk, right? Uh-huh. How many bars do you see? The answer is 4. 3 if I look at it weird, but I'm pretty sure that's 4. I boiled one of my lovebirds' eggs unfertilized because I usually just discard them and was curious to how they taste compared to chicken eggs. They're transparent. You should dip them uncooked in chocolate. Wrap them up pretty and give them to someone you don't like. Yeah, that reminds me of being a kid at my aunt's house. She had a bowl of tiny eggs that failed to hatch. They look just like those little chocolate Easter eggs. So naturally, one of the people there pops one into her mouth without asking. Cut to her gagging over the sink. And another evil thing to add to your Easter tradition. I just found my cousin's SIM card who died 4 years ago. I'm thinking of texting his ex-girlfriend and saying, "Guess who's back?" What a nightmare. What a nightmare for them to live through. What a... Holy shit, man. My 10-year-old son just took my phone and texted this to my wife. "Honey, I got fired." And wrote it perfectly too. Like no funny business in the text. Just immediate 4 words, 2 punctuations, got it across beautifully. Call your loved ones before the flight. Then you could say you have a really bad feeling, but you're gonna get on the plane anyway. Then don't call them for 3 days. What the f***? Oh, dude, that's evil. I get that's the point of the subreddit, but holy shit. Oh, that hurts my heart to read. The next time you cook food for your family, consider making 1 portion extra bland or spicy. Make the rest of the food perfect. And as a cherry on top, give the bland food to the most socially awkward person. They'll probably think that it's weird and awkward and they won't even complain because they're too shy too. And that feels like bullying. Married man drives 400 miles to meet Facebook woman, only to discover it's a hoax set up by rival football fans. Wow. A married Manchester United supporter drove 400 miles for what he thought was going to be an affair with a woman he had chatted to on the internet, only to discover it was a hoax set up by 2 Liverpool fans he had met on holiday. So now you've destroyed your marriage and you've been told that your team sucks, man. What are you gonna do? That smile doesn't fool me, pal. Free meal to anyone over 80 years old, if accompanied by both parents. Clever gambit there, sir. I'll pay. My brain just came up with this brilliantly satanic idea of a game. The theme is a war on Mars for resources, between robots sent by different countries, piloted by people on Earth. The thing is, Earth is far from Mars, so transmission takes a lot of time. Let's say 20 seconds. Basically, whatever input the player sends, it'll take 20 seconds for the robot to actually perform the action. And whatever the player sees through the robot's camera is what happened 20 seconds ago. The game is war with extremely high ping. Basically, everyone loses. If you wear a falconry glove to the park and frantically look around the sky, everyone with a small dog will leave. It's a great way to free up the park for yourself. Someone broke into my car last night. Nothing was stolen, but they chewed all my gum and put it back in the container. And that's a hate crime. That feels worse than if they stole something. I would have rather they stole the gum than done this. This hurts my feelings. My downstairs neighbor has a daughter who lets her boyfriend sneak in through the window every day. I'm no narc, so I haven't told her dad. Well, she just told me my skinny jeans are out. I'll be asking her dad tomorrow why his son keeps forgetting his key. Respect your elders, because these jeans, they were never out. Download ROM, CMD opens up, several lines of code are inputted at FTL speeds. Several error messages appear, screen flickers, PC locks up and ransomware screen appears. Screen flickers and everything goes back to normal. Custom error message appears. Just kidding. Game launches and runs normally. The fear of God gets put in you before you play your video game. DC Comics and Satan have officially collaborated with Lego to bring you the worst possible thing you can step on. It will leave puncture wounds. Ooh, those Cool Mint strips? Cut them into circles and replace your mate's contact lenses. Yeah, that'll show them. Whoa, calm down, Satan. Well, first of all, contact lenses curve, so your friend's gonna be pretty damn stupid to not realize that. That becomes his fault. Daughter doesn't want it, freaks her out. I want to get my money back. Best offer. I will give you $100 to tell her it's sold, hide it in the attic for 2 weeks, take it out and put it back in her room while she's sleeping. That is worth $100 for me. The idea that she's gonna panic into $100. I'll give you $200 if you keep doing it. Spending my Valentine's outside a nice restaurant shouting, "Well, you moved on pretty quickly," to random couples walking in. Starts pretty interesting conversations, I'd say. Someone broke all my pasta and put it back in the pot. not. Oh, an evildoer lives in the home. Convinced my 44-year-old therapist to confront her husband about not liking her Instagram posts, and left the session feeling so empowered by the realization that while she can't make me feel better, I can make us both worse. Checkmate, some would say. We get some kids riled up for pizza and then leave. It's a fun game we like to play, and it did them well. 1.9 million views on that. Fake legs used as a pointer for pothole. These fake legs make it look like someone is taking a deep dive into a large water-filled pothole. Very funny. Very startling to see. I wouldn't even call this Found Satan. They got to get somebody to get these potholes fixed. I'm bored, so I just put a pregnancy test in the bin at work to cause some drama. That's some classic Found Satan. Just to watch the workplace go crazy. Just gotta paint a couple of these and set them on the edge of my lawn and watch the fun begin. See, at first I didn't understand what this was about. I needed context at first, right? So here we could see it on the lawn. These mushrooms are considered delicacies, so they're basically just making foragers really sad. This is a hyper-specific troll. Having an older sister must be so cool, like having a second mom. How my older sister used to do me before I got my little boy strength. At least now she thinks twice before hitting. My sister is 9 years older than me. I can't relate to winning to fight against her. She used to make me ramen noodles but take my spice packet and put it in hers. I didn't know they were supposed to have flavor for years. That's mind games. That's next level mind gaming. That's like mental terrorism, dude. Automatic scissors. Oh God. You're a freak. You're a freak for doing that. You get one wish, but 65% of the entire population also gets exactly what you wished for. What's the wish? Myself, I'm on the toilet. 65% of the population is not. That's what I want. There is a big spider in your car. Seen it on your blanket. This is a good April Fool's prank. Just start leaving it on different cars, you know? Be really selective with it. Start giving people, you know, a little startle when they're getting back into their vehicle. A cute thing I tell my kids when we see a dead deer on the side of the road is, looks like Santa lost his temper again. Yeah, the turnover for reindeer is tough. Find the toenail. Oh, a birthday tradition. Breaking news. Say goodbye to comfort breaks. New downward tilting toilets are designed to become unbearable to sit on after 5 minutes. They say the main benefit is to employees. It improved employee productivity. Dude, that's 13-degree sitting angle causes leg strain. You're up for that. You're evil. Turkey, named Tom. Hates women, enjoys chasing them. Enjoys making gobbling noises once every minute. Twice a minute if he's feeling bold. Would make good soup. And it's free if you are in the Sacramento area. This guy's wallpaper. I'm evil, and I'm not sorry about it. This is my favorite wallpaper. I think I found Satan, and Satan uses the iPhone. Introducing the everyone else's eyes 3000 welding hood, causing blindness since whenever it was invented. Always carry zip ties so you can people who park like assholes. Because now they're going to need to figure out some way to get this off their car, their door handle. Scissors? Maybe they got to go back in and buy scissors now. You just made them have an extra trip. That's chaotic good. I'm a bus driver. If I'm having a bad day at work, I'll look in the mirror while driving and I'll mutter to myself, "You're all aren't you?" Then tap the brakes twice so they all nod. Very silly. Very fun. And they'll be none the wiser. They think they're just a bad driver.